Come ride the little train that is rolling down the tracks to the junction. Forget about your cares, it is time to relax at the junction. Lots of curves, you bet, and even more when you get to the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
There's a little hotel called the Shady Rest at the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
It is run by Kate. Come and be her guest at the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
And that's Uncle Joe. He's a moving kind of slow at the junction. Petticoat Junction.
Here you are, Mr. Baldwin. Good to have you with us again. You're up the stairs and to your left in number 7. Don't worry, Baldwin. I'll give you a break. I'll lug up the big one.
Isn't that Mr. Baldwin?
Yep.
What firm's he with now?
Same one, Puffo Marshmallows.
Isn't that funny? I heard he got a new job with a hardware company.
Either that or these marshmallows have got ball-bearing centers.
Well, don't worry, Uncle Joe. That's the last bag you're going to have to lug. The hotel's full. You know, it's a shame when we have a rush that we don't have more rooms.
Don't worry. When you need them, we'll have them.
Just a minute. If you're thinking of turning the attic into a penthouse, forget it. All right, what do you got in mind?
I gotta lug this bag up to Baldwin's room.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, Billie Jo.
Bye, Mom. Bye.
Bye, girls. Bye, girls. Where are you going?
I'm staying a couple of nights with Elsie Faye Mullins.
And I'll be at Dorothy Schaefer's house.
You can find me at Sandra Olson's.
And who gave you the permission for this sudden exodus?
Oh, Uncle Joe made all the arrangements.
That's what he had in mind.
Yeah. Well, he figured the business boom was only beginning. And if any extra guests show up, he can rent them our rooms.
And guess what? When the guests pay, we each get $1.
Put your bags down, girls.
But Mom.
Uncle Joe.
Yeah, Kate.
You know, I think that's a wonderful idea, renting out the family's rooms. Now, what's your new address so I can forward your mail?
I can't leave, Kate. I'm needed around here. What with the rooms all full, there's bags to be carried, wood to be chopped, plumbing to be plumbed, the furnace to be stoked.
Ah, now that you've pointed it out, you can start on the furnace after you help the girls up with their bags. Oh, that Uncle Joe. He shined them all right, but why didn't he take Mr. Stevens' shoes up to his room? Bobbie Jo?
She's cleaning number 5.
Billie Jo?
She's checking the linen.
Betty Jo?
I'm hanging up the wash.
And Uncle Joe's fixing the furnace, so that just leaves you and me, and I gotta put away those dishes. Oh, yes. Mr. Stevens is in room 6. You just deliver the shoes. I'll take care of the guests. Yes?
I'd like a room, please.
Oh, I have awfully good news. Every room is full.
Well, it doesn't have to be fancy. I'll take anything you have.
Well, I just finished fixing the furnace.
We really don't have a thing, but I can recommend a hotel in Bixley. I'm sure they have a vacancy.
Wait a minute, Kate. I've got an idea. We'll let you sleep in the broom closet. Might have to sleep standing up. The brooms don't mind you. Why should you? Or we can put a pup tent up here in the lobby. It only costs you 35 cents a night.
Joe, out.
Pixley, huh?
I'm sorry.
Well, the Pixley Hotel, Mr. Gilchrist. You'll be just around the corner in 103. This way, Mr. Gilchrist. You need anything, Mr. Gilchrist, you just ring. Thank you very much. Well, at least we got one guest in the hotel. What's eating you? All right. I'll split the tip right down the middle. There.
I never heard of a hotel owner taking half of a bellhop's tip. I got a notion to quit.
Now, Elroy, you wouldn't do that. Leave me all alone in this big vacant hotel with nobody to talk to?
Well, you can just go talk to that guy that Kate Bradley sent over here.
Did you have to put it that way? Think of it, me, Murdoch Sneep, owner of the magnificent Pixley Hotel, subsisting on Kate Bradley's leftovers.
I'll bet Kate Bradley wouldn't take half of a bellhop's tips. She's nice, and she is generous.
Now, Elroy, she may pull the wool over your eyes, but I can see through her. She only sent us that guest so she could rub in her success.
Hey, I bet I could bellhop at the Shady Rest. If you can't lick 'em, join me.
Elroy, that is without a doubt the most craven, callous, contemptible idea I ever heard of. Why, say, how come I didn't think of it? Take care of the hotel.
I'll sort the mail, Bobbie Jo. Please help Betty Jo clean up number 5, huh?
Okay, Mom.
Hold it. This is no place for your lunchbox.
Yes, it is. The cash drawer's full.
Oh, thank goodness. For a minute, I thought you were taking money sandwiches to school.
Kate?
Sorry, we're all full up.
Kate, I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
Mr. Snape. Well, it's always nice to greet a fellow innkeeper. How are things at the Pixley Hotel?
Oh, fine. We're bursting at the seams. Say, it was nice of you to send over that salesman. If it hadn't been for your recommendation, we just wouldn't have bothered to squeeze him in.
Well, I'm glad you found room for him. And if you'll excuse me now, I've got to sort this money.
Kate, if you could spare a minute, I've got a business proposition for you. Now, with you doing so good and me doing so good, I think now is a propitious time for us to merge our hotels.
What'd you say?
Kate, between the two of us, we could have all the hotel business in the valley sewed up tight.
You're right, Mr. Sneep. I'd have all the full rooms, and you'd have all the empty ones.
Well, now, I've got a big city idea for the name for our 2 hotels. Mine would be called the Pixley House East, and yours would be called the Pixley House West. Now, Kate, an idea like this just don't happen.
Well, I don't want to appear rude, but I got a whole hotel full of guests to take care of.
Mom, that guest to number 7 is so funny. Hello, Mr. Sneep.
Hello, Billie Jo.
The Colonel was telling me about the last hotel he stayed in. The only good thing about the room were the steam pipes. And they banged.
I know. They banged so loud that he couldn't hear his teeth chattering from the draft through the broken window. I tell you, that Colonel Whitfield is a riot.
Colonel Whitfield? Why, he stayed at the Pixley Hotel for 15 years. Kate Bradley, you hijacked my best customer.
I did no such thing. He came here of his own free will.
You just listen to me, Kate Bradley. By the time I get through with this place, it'll be known as the Poorhouse West.
Oh, come on, Charley.
Floyd, I'm not creeping the cannonball along at 8 miles an hour with you on the cowcatcher.
But, Charley, it's the only way I can count them.
This may come as a surprise to you, Floyd. Nobody gives a darn about how many railroad ties there are between Hooterville and Pixley. There's Kate. Look at all the packages.
Come on, let's help.
Here, we'll give you a hand.
Oh, thank you, boys.
Here, Kate, you ain't carrying nothing.
Oh, Joe.
You would have saved yourself a lot of trouble if you'd taken that from me in the first place. Advertising the Pixley Hotel. Somebody around here's a Benedictine Arnold.
I ain't seen him. Maybe he was the stranger that got off at Steuben's Bluff.
I'm referring to the sign.
Ain't it a doozy? Would you believe it, Kate? For carrying that sign, Murdoch Sneap is paying us 10 cents a run.
Hey, Kate, look. A home away from home, the Pixley Hotel.
Pixley Hotel, we begin where the Waldorf quits.
That crook Sneap has undercut us. That's 50 cents cheaper than our rates.
Well, if he can cut his rates and stay in business, that's up to him.
Well, Kate, we didn't think you'd mind letting him put his signs up there after all your hotel's full.
Not only full, we got a waiting list. No, I don't mind at all.
Gee, that's nice of you, Kate. At 10 cents a run for 8 runs a day, that's 80 cents. We can use the money.
Yeah, we're saving up to buy Floyd a safety belt so he won't fall off of the cowcatcher while he's counting ties.
Okay, let's cut the gab and get this wood-burning roller coaster moving.
Now hear this, folks. The fabulous Pixley is the Valley's only high-rise hotel. Enjoy relaxed living 3 stories above the noise of the city.
You traitor, you.
That isn't nice. After all, Mr. Sneap has a right to advertise his hotel. You see, competition is what made America so great.
Kate, we didn't have nothing to do with it.
We'll rip it down.
Well, advertising the Pixley Hotel on Shady Rest property is carrying things a little too far. Uncle Joe, you help him.
Hold it, fellas. I think I got a better idea. That, Sneap, is only the beginning.
There it is. There it is. Why, you double-crossers, we had an agreement.
Well, the Shady Rest outbids you. They're giving us 12 cents a run.
And remember, competition is the sincerest form of battery.
Well, I just can't stand the sight of that thing. You put my sign back up there, and I'll give you 15 cents a run.
Mr. Sneap, our loyalty is not for sale.
Well, 25 cents a run.
Floyd.
The cannonball cannot be bought at any price.
Just look at that unsightly sleeve. And look at that collar. There.
For crying out loud, Mr. Sneap, your clothes would be dirty, too, if you ate in a Pixley diner every day.
Well, there's no reason why 2 distinguished-looking, handsome railroad men have to go around in soiled uniforms. I'll tell you what, just to show you I'm a decent fella, let me at least provide you with clean uniforms.
What do you think, Charlie?
Well, Mr. Sneap, you might be a fink, but you're the nicest fink we know. Floyd, let's get this old train to rolling. We got clean uniforms.
Fine. What is that?
You know who had them cleaned?
You have not answered my question. What is that thing doing there?
What thing? Okay.
Kate, there's no doubt about it. Sneap's out to get you. Turning Floyd and Charley into billboards and running them free home movies. That's hitting below the belt, and you've got to hit back.
That's what he wants. If we just ignore him, maybe he'll forget all this nonsense.
What do women know? You gotta fight fire with fire. I know where I can lay my hands on just the thing to top his home movies. All right, let's keep them slides moving. You're doing more eating than viewing. Hey, mister, don't be so sloppy with that whipped cream. Next person that views this slide will think there's snow on Bleeker's Hill.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now that you've all enjoyed the slides, Let's all go out on the porch for some sunshine and recreation. Joe, leave the guests alone, or you're going to drive them straight into the Pixie Hotel.
But, Kate, they're eating so much you're losing money.
I appreciate your help, but this is strictly between me and Murdoch Sneep. Well, gentlemen, would you like to join in the fun?
Fine. Where is it?
Oh, it's all around. There's checkers and cribbage and pinochle, and if you're in real good shape, there's a brisk game of horseshoes going on over there.
Look, Mrs. Bradley, the rooms are fine, the food is great, and the price is right. But,
We're from Chicago, and horseshoes and checkers aren't exactly our idea of fun.
Oh. Well, if it's a lot of action you want, the girls are out collecting bullfrogs, and things should be really jumping around here about 4 o'clock.
Those kind of things might be very exciting for Hooterville, but they're not for us. Tennis?
skeet shooting.
Now that's for us. Let's go pack.
Bye, Mrs. Bradley.
Folks, wait a minute. We'll put in ping pong, shuffleboard, volleyball. Parcheesi. Hey, Parcheesi.
Elroy, show Mr. Fenwick and Mr. Graham to room 308.
Right this way, please. Look, Sneep, now that we got guests, how about me getting paid?
Elroy, you're just gonna have to wait. Renting that bugle and the sandwich sign set the hotel back $9.
You won't be needing all of those, Mom.
Oh, no. Who now?
Mr. and Mrs. Goldsmith.
Oh, well, I suppose tennis and skeet shooting are more exciting than pitching horseshoes and watching bullfrogs. Guess Mr. Sneep's got the upper hand.
Mom!
Oh, did you set the table, dear?
I can't find a tablecloth.
Oh, for land's sake, there's a whole drawer full of them in the sideboard. I don't know why I have to do everything. You know, you girls just don't look. I'm sorry, Bobbie Jo, I forgot they're all in the laundry. Well, there's only one way out. We're going to have to use my good green tablecloth. Was there this morning? Now, what on earth happened to my green tablecloth?
A little more to the right, Mr. Barrett, you'd have had yourself a birdie.
Uncle Joe, have you seen my green tablecloth?
Formerly a tablecloth. I upclassed it to a putting green.
Well, you can unclass it. I want it washed, ironed, the whole patched, and on the table in 20 minutes.
Kate, wait till the folks read my ad in the Pixley Times-Picayune. We'll make so much money with this golf course that you can buy a whole drawer full of the green tablecloths.
Uncle Joe.
I got feelers out to have Arnold Palmer take over as the pro. Hey, wasn't that the desk bell?
15 minutes.
Welcome back, Mr. Humphreys. Your old room is ready for you.
Tell Arnold Palmer we'll give him free room and board.
We invite you to partake of the delectable delicacies available daily at the Pixley Hotel and only at the Pixley. Delicious, isn't it, madam? These magnificent desserts are a climax of the free meal served to each and every guest. And now...
May I have your attention? Remember, folks, every day is Thanksgiving Day at the Shady Rest.
I'm all finished, Mom.
This is a fine business. The hotel is full up and we're losing money.
It's gonna get worse if you keep serving turkey every day.
Well, Betty Jo, we may be falling behind on turkey, but we're way ahead on feather dusters. Which reminds me, the dining room needs dusting. Joe, well, you're in luck. We've got one single left.
I'll take it.
Murdoch Snoop.
Kate, you're wiping me out. I thought I knew every trick in the book, but you've outwitted me at every turn. I'm here to eat crow.
Well, then you'll have to go to the Pixley Hotel dining room. All we're serving here is turkey.
Kate, I'm nearly bankrupt. Let's call off this dreadful war.
Mr. Sneap, you mean it?
Indeed, I do. I just want to stay here and see how an honest woman operates her establishment.
No more cutting throats.
On my honor.
4.
Did a ball come in here? Yeah, a foul ball. Showing your face around here. You got more cheek than a glass blower.
Uncle Joe, Mr. Sneap is a guest.
A guest? Why, that dirty
As
old...
long as he pays his bill, we treat him like a guest.
Kate, in all recorded history, there's never been a Sneap that was any good. At the time of the Revolution, it was a Sneap that tied an anchor on Paul Revere's horse's tail to slow him down.
Uncle Joe, number 7.
Kate, what's holding up my pancakes?
I can't get him up with this thing. Do you have a hockey stick?
What's the matter with you, Kate? You look half asleep.
Well, I didn't rest very well last night, kind of all the noise.
Noise? I slept like a log.
Kept hearing the strangest sounds in the walls and the ceiling,
Morning,
all
Kate.
over the... Oh, Mr. Sneap, did you sleep well last night?
Yes, fine, thank you.
Then the noises didn't bother you.
No. Matter of fact, I'm rather fond of bees.
Oh, bees? What bees?
Those bees.
Oh. Mr. Sneap, not even you would do a contemptible...
Listen to the buzzing of their merry little wings.
How did you get the bees in here?
You don't think I had clothes in both my suitcases, do you?
Miss Bradley, I'm checking out of here.
Listen,
Me
Kate.
too.
Sounds like your guests are checking out, Kate. Wait for me, folks, and you can follow me over to the Pixley Hotel. It's guaranteed to be completely bee-free.
The coast is clear.
Ain't this carrying it a little too far?
Remember, Sneap asked for it. Now remember, you're a Hooterville skunk and this is Pixley, so give it all you got.
Let me out of here. Let me get some fresh air. Oh, boy. Let me get out of here.
Now, Kate, I know I had it coming, but you just gotta let me stay here. Why, it's gonna be at least a week before the Pixley Hotel gets aired out. Now, so, Kate, now, come on, now, how about it?
Well...
I promise I'll never try to swipe your guests again.
What guests?
Well, all the ones that stormed out here from my place.
Well, I don't know where they went, but they sure didn't come to the Shady Rest.
Oh, Kate, now, please, let's call off this silly feud.
You're the one that started...
No. Are you out of your minds? Here's a box of candy for you, Mrs. Bradley, and a box of cigars for you. Just keep that feud going. That's just a little token of appreciation. I'm Howard Buskirk, the new owner of the Crabwell Corners Ritz. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to get back to my hotel, full of paying guests. Bye.
Junction.
This has been a Filmways presentation.